I come with the fantastic, great news. I'm going to talk about this scholarship that is open to all international students from wherever part you are in the world. This scholarship takes care of your flights. It takes care of your full tuition. You don't have to pay a penny for your tuition. It takes care of your health insurance, your health, It takes every month you get a stipend of 1,500 sterling pound. And if you have a child or you have more than 2 children, this is good news. Every year you get over 10,000 sterling pound to take care of the first child. And if you have a second child, you're given over 15,000 sterling pound to take care of your second child. Your flight ticket is already taken care of. Every month you get that amount of money, If by any chance you get a child, or you conceive and you have a child, you get a paternity or a maternity allowance. I mean, if you are doing field work, you're going to get field allowance. Wow. This is amazing. And as I have shared, this scholarship is open to all international students. It is fully funded. That's what I mean by this scholarship. Today we are going to talk about the Gates Cambridge Scholarship that is at the University of Cambridge. A wonderful, a top-notch university with a very high reputation. So I'm so excited to share with you this scholarship. I'm going to guide you on how to go about it. Don't worry. I know people are telling me these scholarships are competitive and all that. Everything in life is competitive. Even to be alive is competitive, and you should be grateful about it. So everything in life is competitive, and we are in a capitalist society. Unfortunately, nothing will be served on your plate, but I'm going to share with you the journey. I'm going to hold your hand. So please don't skip anything, because I'm going to give you step by step on how to qualify for this scholarship. They have more than 80 openings. Like, it's wide compared to other scholarship. This scholarship, I mean, you should apply for this scholarship if you're interested to go and study in UK. University of Cambridge is a wonderful university. So relax, take your pen, take your paper, start writing those notes, because I'm here to help you. What am I going to share with you today? I'm going to share with you the eligibility criteria, like how am I in a position, how to make it simple. Do I qualify for this scholarship? I'm going to take you through. I'm going to share with you the documents that you will need for this scholarship. I'm going to share with you that this scholarship, actually, you can study. It's open for masters and PhD. And the courses, I'm going to share with you how to get those courses. I'm going to share with you how to apply for this scholarship, and I'm going to give you tips at the last section of this video. So please, guys, don't click out. You will need this information, and it's very, very important that you follow in. For those who are reaching out for the very first time, my name is Sheila Atieno Vantigraph. I am an international student. I'm doing my second master's, so I have wealth of experience. I'm currently doing international development. I am also on a full scholarship, so I also understand how to apply for this scholarship. So that's why I get excited, because this is in my zone. I also run a non-profit organization that supports vulnerable youth and women in Africa. I am so excited to share this opportunity and to empower as many people. So please take a minute and subscribe. Actually, it's a second. Click on the subscribe button. Like this video, so that, by sharing love, just like this video. When you like it, it will be recommended. Comment so that I get to know what exactly you want me to share on, and share with your friends. I've had people sharing this information with amazing people. So mine is just to share as much. And before I continue, I do a lot of research on this before I even do a video on it. So I am very sure about this scholarship. So let's go into the criteria of how to qualify for this scholarship. We are talking about Gates Cambridge Scholarship that is fully funded. So the eligibility is One, so long as you don't live in the UK, you qualify this. Any part of the world, it's open for all international students, which is amazing. No age restriction. Another, you can apply whichever age you are at. Another eligibility is that you do not have to do a test, English test, to show that you can qualify for this this scholarship. There is no application fee for this scholarship. You don't have to pay to apply for this scholarship. Another eligibility, like, you know, it's one-way application, so you don't have to apply separately, as in, like, when you're applying for your admission, the same time you're also applying for this scholarship. Okay, and then for the another eligibility is that it's fully funded for any master's or any PhD. I will list in the courses. It is fully funded for PhD and master's students. Again, if you're studying your master's, you do not have to have an advisor early, or you do not have to have a research proposal. For PhD students, you must have a research proposal ready, at least have a draft proposal of what you're going to study. This is very important, and it will also build into the kind of faculty that you'll work with and all that. Another thing worth noting is that you can move to UK with your family for this scholarship, because they're going to take care of you. As I mentioned, your first child and second child is going to be taken care of through this scholarship. And in case of any emergency, this scholarship has that opportunity to give you extra allowance for any emergency that may come by. I mean, this is just amazing. And as I also mentioned that this scholarship is available so long as your degree is less than 2 years. If it's a master's degree, it's less than 2 years, or most master's degree in the UK are within 10 months to 1 year. You qualify for this scholarship. And if you're going to do PhD, it should not go more than 4 years. What more should we ask? This is amazing. So that's all that you need for you to apply for this scholarship. So let's go to the laptop and explore more information about this scholarship. So before you go to the laptop, I want also to share that there are some documents that you will need for this scholarship. One, you'll need to produce your transcript, official transcripts. You'll also need to have your degree certificates, just to show that you've gone through the academic journey that they require. You'll also need to have 2 academic references. I always mention that that's a big tip. You have to reach out to that professor or that lecturer who knows you very well and who can speak for you passionately. We don't want to see, oh, she's a good girl, she was a what. No, that professor you reach out to or that lecturer you reach out to should be able to be very specific on your academic excellence, because they check on academic excellence, your leadership skills, your research, how good you are good in research. Should know you at a deeper level. So if you don't, what I always advise, if this professor has, like, you've not engaged with this professor more than 1 or 2 years, please reach out to a professor who has known you at a deeper level and of current whom you've known in the fewer years and know your current life and research and academic progress. So just don't reach out to, oh, this is the senior most professor in the department, he'll be the one to write for me. No, go to that professor, lecturer who know you best. So you'll need 2 of them. Then you'll also need 1 reference from the that will go directly to the Cambridge reference, and this is a person who knows more about the Cambridge scholarship, the Gates Cambridge scholarship. So it's important that you share with them those things that are needed, so that they know how best to write for you that reference. Don't just reach out to anyone and say, oh, I also need this reference for. And I'll always say you can again use the professor that I've already written the 2 for academic, but let them read through the requirements for the Gates Cambridge scholarship. Again, if you don't want to talk to the professor, you can also take advantage of your work, your work colleague, your director, your boss, who knows you well, and the boss you share great quality with, not just any other person. So again, take advantage of that and go to people who know you best and who you're sure will write the best information for you, not any other person who think that, oh, because he's the CEO of the organization and I've been working, he'll be in the best or she'll be in the best position to write. No, even your immediate boss whom you share space with and who knows you best and you think that she will do or he will do a good job, that's the person you need to reach out to. So evaluate very seriously, because they look at those things. They look at those, you know, your referee, they look at your academic excellence, they look at your leadership track, they look at your motivation in life, like how do you empower people, the vulnerable in the society, what have you done in your society. So those are some of the things they look at. And when this person is writing, your referee is writing, he should be able to mention those kind of things. So I mean, be very careful in this. The other thing that you also need to that you'll need, another document that you'll need, is a statement of purpose that will be shared, that will go, a statement of purpose why the Gates Cambridge is an important, you know, what's important to you. So now you'll have to share your course, why the course is relating to what you want to achieve, your academic experience, your work experience, your leadership experience. So I'll share briefly on how to go about that, don't worry. Then if you're a PhD student, if you're planning to be a PhD student, you'll need to have a research proposal that I've mentioned. For masters, you don't need to have that. For PhD again, you need to contact your supervisor. You need to have at least a supervisor or an advisor for you to apply for this scholarship. I hope you're going on well. Kindly click like, subscribe as we continue. So the Gates Cambridge Scholarship Program was established in October 2000 with over $210 million, oh my goodness, from the Melinda and Gates Foundation. And this scholarship it's only applicable for students who are going to study in University of Cambridge. Actually, it's the biggest single ever donation made to a UK university. My goodness. So, the summary of this scholarship: level of study, master's and PhD. Institution, University of Cambridge. I'm going to share links on any document I'm going to share. I'm going to put the link on the video. So please click on the links on the video. Opportunity focus area available, all available courses at University of Cambridge except courses that I'll share below. Then program, 2 years for masters or 3 years for PhD. Let me mention this very, very important deadline for application for this scholarship. Unfortunately, for US citizens, the deadline has passed. The deadline was on 12th of October 2022. For international students, so long as you're not from US, your application is still open. Application for this scholarship is open until 1st of December 2022 or 5th of January 2022. So please, how do you check on the deadline? Go to your course, because your course will tell you your deadline, but it's still open for international students. But you know, no time waits for no one. So go and check on your course and see what's the deadline for your course. It will either be December 1st or 5th of January. I want that to be very, very clear. Courses which are not available, are not allowed for this, is majorly those who study medicine and, you know, longer than 6 years. Those are some of the things that you need to consider. So go check. When you check on your course, actually almost all degrees, as I'd mentioned, that go 1 year, maximum of 2 years, master's degrees maximum of 2 years, and PhD maximum of 4 years, you're eligible for this scholarship. So when you go to your course, it will tell you, and I'll show you how to go about it. So don't worry. Scholarship coverage. Gates Cambridge Scholarship provides the recipient with the following benefits. The university composition fee at appropriate, like it takes care of your fee. A maintenance allowance for a single student of 18,744 for 12 months, 18,000 sterling pound for 12 months. PhD scholars, it will provide that for PhD scholars for up to 4 years. Economy ticket, airfare from your country and back to your country. Health insurance, inbound surcharge. Like I know international students are supposed to pay 425 sterling pound for your health insurance. This scholarship is going to take care of that, so you don't have to pay for any insurance, health insurance, not any insurance, health insurance. Academic development funding, you're given up to 500, you're given from 500 sterling pound up to 2,000, depending on the length of your course. Like this is just for your research, if you want to attend conference, if you want to go to events. Every year you're given up to, I think it's every year, let me confirm this. Oh, you're given up to 2,000 sterling pounds for you to attend courses, for you to attend conferences, anything that you're interested in that will build in your academic career. How amazing. Then fieldwork, you may apply to keep up to your normal maintenance allowance while on fieldwork as part of your PhD or composition fee. I mean, this is interesting. Then maternity paternity funding, should you require it, you may apply to intermittent your studies up to 6 months, okay, and continue to receive maintenance allowance during this time. Hardship funding, for unseen difficulties facing the scholar. If by any chance something happens, you're able to get hardship funding. How amazing. So eligibility criteria I have mentioned, you'll be required to show how to your English proficiency. So I know countries like Kenya and many others who've gone through the British system, you should be able to prove, I mean, this is not difficult. As I mentioned, it's for all countries. Academic excellence, you have to show that. Capacity of leadership, a commitment to improving lives. Applicant must be from any country outside UK, and to pursue a full-time postgraduate study. How to apply? This is very important. Please follow the following instruction. I know many people always ask me, oh, you've shared this scholarship, how do I apply? This is how you will apply. When you are going for your when you are applying for your course, you'll also be able to apply for this scholarship concurrently, okay? Apply for the admission to a course and college place. Build up an account. So I'm going to share with you how to go about it. Fill in your information, submit this document. So you'll submit the Gates Cambridge statement, you'll submit your resume / CV, you'll submit for your PhD level, you'll submit your research proposal, and also submit your reference. Then you also answer some few application questions, and then you click on submit. Those are the most important information. So let's go on to the website on how to apply for the courses. So again, you click on the link that I've shared, you'll see postgraduate admission courses. When you go to the postgraduate admission, you'll see various courses, why Cambridge courses, finance, funding, blah, 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 all those things, international events, blah, blah, blah. So it's very easy to go into courses. You just filter your courses. So probably you want to study engineering, you'll just click on engineering, and then you click on whichever course level do you want to apply for: master's, doctorate, diploma, certificate. But remember, this scholarship is just for master's and PhD, doctoral. Then all courses length, you might need to apply for full-time, because this scholarship supports full-time students. So when you click on that, it will show you the course, it will show you whether it's open, it will show you the eligibility of that course, it will show you the deadline for application for that course and also for the scholarship. So that's how you'll apply for that. Very straightforward. I don't want to spend more than a minute on this. It's very, very straightforward. And if you need any help, please reach out. The link is on the video. Guys, click subscribe on my channel. Click like, share the love by just clicking like. It's less than a second. Comment on whether this is the scholarship for you, and if at all there's anything that you need help on, click on the comment. I will respond. I respond to comments. Okay, so let's go to how to apply for this scholarship. Again, click on the link, you'll see how to apply. When you click on how to apply, it will give you an application process. There's even a brief video on how to apply for this scholarship, which is amazing, you know. So it gives you a brief. It's less than 4 minutes. Actually, let me see, it's less than 2 minutes. It will take you through how to apply for this scholarship, and then this page tells you you'll have a combined application form. You'll apply the admission form section, and you'll also apply the funding section. So when you apply, you'll be able to click that I want to apply for Gates Cambridge scholarship. So you'll click on that. Then the Gates Cambridge statement in no more than 3,000 characters. So this one, when you click on it, you'll read all these. So you'll be able to understand how to write that statement. Research proposal, only for PhD applicants. Then the Gates Cambridge reference. I've mentioned this and I don't want to repeat myself on this. How are you feeling, my people? Is this a scholarship worth your time? I think it is, because it is very, very interesting. It's unlike other scholarships that I've mentioned before. It is a really nice, competitive, but very good scholarship. They provide this scholarship with more than 80 students. I mean, 80. I hope that's the number. But even if it was just one, I'm on a full scholarship, and for our year, they only provided 4 students. Only 4. And it was open globally. So don't tell me that you can't apply for this scholarship. I mean, and if you need help, I'm available. So guys, let's continue. So again, you'll read more about how to reach out to your referee. Who do you reach out to be your referee? Please don't give your friends, your family, and close relative to write for you your reference. It's not allowed. Okay, it's not allowed. They've mentioned here. So how to apply? You'll just click on that apply button. Let me click on it. So when you click on it, it takes you to the postgraduate admissions. Then it's now open. There's that. Then you go to the applicant portal. Okay, you click on applicant portal. When you click on the applicant portal, because it's your first time to apply for this scholarship, to apply to this University of Cambridge, by the it's top-notch university, you click on register. So when you click on register, you put in your details, your email address, your password. You create a password, and please remember this, your password and all that. Okay, then you confirm. I confirm and I accept, and yes. So once you do that, you've now registered. So you can go back to your whenever you come back, you can just always already have an account. You can always just put in your email address and your password. This is amazing. So when you do this, once you're done with the application, you will click submit, and that's it. So guys, this is an amazing scholarship. Let this scholarship not pass you. I said that I will share tips at the very last end. So some of the tips that I want you to have as you're doing this application, and as somebody who has won a full scholarship to study my master's, I'll share with you that one, you need to show your academic excellence. A lot of UK universities look at your academic excellence. I know there's some reasons that probably you didn't perform the way you wanted to perform. You can also put that in your statement of purpose. So they look at your academic excellence. When you're writing your statement of purpose and your essays, always relate the course. Don't study at the degree level. Maybe you studied history, or you studied maths, and then now at the master's level, when you're applying, you now want to do masters in linguistics. You know, they'll question, like, it does not relate with your course career, your academic career, academic path. So you have to always have your degree should relate from the bachelor's to the master's to the PhD. Okay, that's one tip. Tip number 2, I said academic excellence, then the course relation. Your bachelor's degree should relate to your master's degree. Don't deviate from that. Then the other one is that when you're writing your statement of purpose or essays, quantify your achievements. Mention what you've done to improve lives. As for me, I run a non-profit organization, and my non-profit organization has impacted over 14,000 vulnerable youth and women. And I mentioned how we've done that through employability program, through leadership program, through ICT program. We do girls in STEM program. So we train girls in, very vulnerable backgrounds. We've done entrepreneurship program. So you mention those things because you have to stand out. Okay? You also share your leadership skill. Even if you're you say maybe you're in high school, you're given leadership skills, you're given leadership opportunity. So you share how you are able to manage 340 something students. I remember I was a administration captain, and I will take care. I was directly involved with issues to do with staff and students. So you share deeply how your leadership capacity, how, like me as a founder, I've been able to found a non-profit organization that has been working for the last 7 years plus. So you have to show your leadership skills. Or maybe what can I say? Or maybe you volunteer in your community, and as a volunteer, you're always the treasurer or your secretary, and every year so you think of any leadership opportunity you've been able to serve. Or maybe even at a family level, as a mother, as a father, as a firstborn, as the lastborn who's providing for the other children. So put in your leadership, because they look at that. Okay, I've also mentioned put in your how you've impacted people in the society. Be as specific as possible. Your referees, don't just go to anyone. It's very, very important that you go to that person who knows you very well, especially the professor who's been handling your academic journey in the very recent years. You've loved their courses, you are actively participating, you are actively involved, so that they don't write a generic reference. Tell them, would you be able, ask your professor, will you be able to write for me a superb reference letter, because I feel like this is the scholarship for me. And if they say no, respect that and go to another professor. If they say yes, be specific with them and tell them, and even share with them this Cambridge scholarship, because it is a good scholarship. Okay, that's reference. And then another one, please check on the deadline. And even for your referees, keep on checking on them so that they submit those reference before the deadline, because if you apply anything after the deadline, it's as good as you didn't apply. So please check on that. Check on your time, check on the deadlines, check on all those things that I mentioned, and I know you are best fit for this. So thank you guys, thank you for staying until the very last end. I have shared a video about why you should study in UK. Please don't forget to watch that video, because it's very, very important. And watch these other videos if you're interested to study in Canada, and also if you're interested to study in the US, full scholarship, no application waiver, and all that. Thank you guys, and be blessed.